Welcome to the 2016 18th World Championship. Gary Mazeroff is going to go ahead and introduce the players. Ooh, we just had some glass break on the other stadium court. The glass shattered on the back wall. Nobody's injured. Everything looks okay. It's just a large, startling sound, but everyone seems to be okay. I think this means we might have a bit of a delay here. Everyone's just making sure everyone on the first stadium court is okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back after we clean up the glass on court 1, and we'll get this match started between Paola Longoria and Maria Jose Vargas. Cool. Okay, well, it looks like due to a communication issue, we're just going to stay here. I think we're ready to get the match started. Gary Mazeroff was introducing the players, but I'll go ahead and introduce my co-host, Tim Baghurst, who will be joining me on the microphone. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Laura. We're excited again for another 6 matches. We were spoiled yesterday with some tremendous action, and certainly last night, if you stayed with us through the early evening, we had a great finish to the day with Bolivia, Canada. For the neutrals among us, it was a tremendous way to finish the day, and we're hoping that continues today with the semifinals here at the 18th World Championships. We're going to get going. Gary Mazeroff's ready to continue. Looks like we're ready to go here. Our head official, Fabian Torres, from here in Colombia. We apologize for the delay we had this morning. There was a couple of glitches that we had to get fixed, and we'd rather have a quality stream as opposed to trying to do it and stay on time. So thanks for waiting for us. Here we go. 0-0.
Paola Longoria starts off serving.
Short serve called. No appeal. We have 2 line judges that were mentioned, Carlos from also here in Colombia and Joko from Indonesia. Good start there from Vargas.
First point for Vargas.
That's good defense from Longoria. She had to hustle to the front and finishes it. Laura, these two players met in the final in 2014 in Burlington, Canada. Longoria won 2-0. They see each other a lot on the professional tour. So they're no strangers. Know each other's games very well. Beautiful shot there from Maria Jose Vargas. She won yesterday in a tiebreak against Carla Munoz from Chile.
That's right, that was another tough match for Maria.
Paola's 2-time world champ, winning in 2012 in the Dominican Republic and then in 2014. So she's defending her title for the 3rd time, or 2nd time, I should say. Good shot there. Paola had to stay on the left. Vargas, cross-court pass to the right. Has the lead, 1 serving 0.
Oh, an unfortunate skip for Maria. Paola Longoria is currently #1 in the world, so coming in, like you said, with 2 medals. And I think she probably always has a target on her back, but it's got to be a little intimidating playing against Paola.
Yeah. To say that she's #1 in the world doesn't do it justice, Laura. She dominates the female side of racquetball.
That's right.
And I don't think she's been defeated in over a year. And so it just creates this aura of invincibility. Puts a lot of pressure on these players to maybe do something that they normally wouldn't do when they play her, because she's so exceptional in all parts of her game. What you will see is she'll make very, very few unforced errors. She plays very smart, high percentage racquetball, doesn't mind going to the ceiling. When she hits, you're not going to see her skip that much. And if I'm Vargas's coach, that's one of the things I want her to make sure she doesn't do either. A lot of times Longoria plays very consistent and the player defeats themselves by skipping too many balls. So Vargas is going to have to play a clean game to stay in touch with Longoria here. Little fist pump there. She earned that rally, side out. 2 serving 2. She's not happy with that serve, Laura. Kicked out, hit the sidewall, kicked out to the middle, allowed Longoria just to wait for it and pass it down the left side.
Really good positioning there by Longoria too. She didn't have to move. Ball came right back to her.
Yeah,
You don't want to make it too easy for Paula.
Absolutely not, and that's the fault of Vargas there. Longoria changed it up, went down the right. Vargas hit it back to the middle. Longoria's not going to miss from there. Good touch there from Vargas. Didn't go for too much, just went down the line.
Yeah, I like when players mix it up and kind of use that soft touch. And it's not all about power. That's definitely one thing we've been seeing in the quarterfinals yesterday, and Vargas is displaying already this morning.
Absolutely. You see a lot in the juniors, especially where the younger players really just go for power over control. And if you can develop the ability to control the pace and change the speed of the ball, it creates uncertainty in your opponent and allows you to have just that split second more time in order to win that rally.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all it is that split second that makes a difference.
Yeah, we've seen so many close matches yesterday. Even the ones we streamed came down to just a few points. That's a rare unforced
the rare
error.
skip you were talking about from Longoria. Yeah, and if you guys missed the quarterfinals yesterday, don't forget to subscribe today to the YouTube channel of the International Racquetball Federation. Be getting those matches up on there as well, so you can catch up in case you missed it yesterday.
So an even start to this match, 3-serving-3. Fault served. Longoria's coach, Fran Davis, tells her to keep it down. Probably her head is what she's referencing. Another skip. Speaking to herself.
Yeah, talking to herself a little bit.
That's a bit unusual. She usually doesn't get frustrated. You usually can't tell when she's upset. Good serve from Vargas down that glass wall. But then she skips it. Broke her strings. That's unfortunate.
She's going to switch out her string, which gives us a chance to talk a little bit about the facility. You were talking about this sidewall glass. There is a back glass, which I'm sure you all can see on the camera, and the sidewall glass. We are at Club Cañas Gordas, which is an interesting facility because it's half inside, outside. So there is a lot of glare that comes from the side glass wall and the back glass. So I think that just adds to the strategy of playing against the side glass wall. And then the light changes throughout the day too. So maybe you played a match in the morning and then you're playing later in the day, and it's a different aspect.
Absolutely. We came here in 2014 for the World Juniors, and different weather conditions there. We had thunderstorms roll in the afternoons, and so it would be bright, and within 30 minutes it would be very dark.
So even in your own match, it's
Exactly.
switching throughout.
And we have some of those matches actually on our YouTube channel. But it was very interesting to see, and players have really used the glass well. Those players who play professionally and do play on glass have a distinct advantage to the rest of the players who are maybe traveling from other countries and don't have the facilities such as they are here.
That's true.
It puts them at a slight disadvantage just from the unusual nature of the courts.
That's a good point. Another point for Longoria, tying it up 4-4.
That's a better serve. It's a beautiful point. You can't ask for any more than that as a coach. Great serve. Gets Vargas did a decent return, but it came off the back wall. Longoria, passing shot down the left, unreturnable. 3-shot rally. That's what you want in racquetball.
Maria saying it's skipped. Her coach disagreeing.
There's no appeal. Players have 5 appeals. But you saw Vargas, she had her opportunity in that rally. She played some defense, got into the middle, had the opportunity to put Longoria in the backcourt, didn't do so. Consequence, got punished. There's another great kill shot from Longoria. Vargas thinks about taking a timeout, then changes her mind.
which is tough. She's had a couple, or Longoria's squeezed a couple points in. She's now leading by 2. Vargas taking the timeout.
She was just checking how many timeouts she was allowed, 3 or 2. Certain tournaments, there's only 2 timeouts allowed, but here in the IRF, it's 3 until September 1st.
That's right. There's been a couple of rule changes that will go into effect in September 1st. Tim, do you know them off the top of your head?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be in that meeting, and one of those, as we just mentioned, is the timeouts. It's going from 3 to 2 across game 1, 2, and tiebreak. We're also losing the 5 minutes between game 2 and tiebreak. It's going to 2 minutes, just like it is between game 1 and 2. The appeal system is changing. It's going to 3 appeals instead of 5. And all of those decisions are designed to speed up play. We want matches to be not only quick here on the courts for the players and fans here, but also when we stream like we are right now, we don't want massive breaks between points. We want to engage the audience. We want them entertained as well. So perhaps the biggest decision, though, which is going to be huge for some players in particular, is that there was a vote to change from 1 serve to 2 serves. And so that comes into effect in September 1st, and that was driven by the athletes themselves, who the IRF has an athlete representative on the board. They did a survey of the athletes requesting their opinions on switching to 2 serves, and it was fairly unanimous on their vote that they wanted a 2-serve rule. So,
and from what I understand, some of that is reflected because on the Pro Tours they play with the 2 serves, and so to come and then play in these IRF events, it's a little tough to have to go and switch back to the 1 serve. You're a little more conservative.
We have an appeal here. So in this case, both line judges disagreed with the referee. We have line judges to solve these problems. Otherwise, it's the responsibility of the referee to get it correct absolutely every time. Great serve there from Vargas. Vargas is going to be frustrated with that. You saw she had the middle. She had her opportunity to take control of that point. Didn't hit a great shot. Longoria, she's not going to make 2 mistakes in a row like that.
Now, since Vargas's timeout, she did get back in the service box, and no points have been scored, so at least she's keeping Longoria at bay. And just like that, commentators curse maybe for Vargas, but Longoria scores another point.
That's right.
8 serving 4.
It started with the serve. Great serve. To be honest, Vargas did well just to get it back, but it came down. Longoria was able to do whatever she wanted with that shot. Down the line, pinch, cross court. And so Vargas is in a position where she has to choose.
Nice. Vargas able to capitalize on that setup and get the side out.
One of the other things with the 2-serve rule, Laura, is that we also have Junior World Championships and Senior World Championships where it's a 2-serve rule.
Oh.
And so this kind of equates the process. We have quite a few athletes here participating in the World Championships who also are still eligible to compete in the World Juniors. Gabby Martinez, for example, from Guatemala is competing right now in the other semifinal in the Women's World Championships, and she has 3 years left in the juniors.
Wow.
And so this kind of equates all of the tournaments so that it stays with 2 serves.
I feel like that's smart play from Longoria. Hitting it to the corner twice doesn't really give Vargas an opportunity to get back to that same corner.
She's starting to pull away here.
Short serve.
Very deliberate on that serve.
Nice return.
Yeah, nice. Slowed down the pace, controlled it, didn't go for too much. Ball kicked out on that serve for her. Good serve from Vargas. Fist pump. Caught the glass in the back. Skip ball from Longoria. But another mistake on that serve. You understand, Laura, the risk associated with hitting a drive serve. If you do it well, you can get some free points. But if you don't do it well, you're giving your opponent not necessarily a free point because you're serving, but providing them with the opportunity to serve 4 points. And so you have to weigh the balance of how good is your drive serve when you're in a one-serve situation. If it's not that good, you want to stick to a lob serve or something safer simply because you want to have an opportunity to win the point.
Put that ball in play. I think that's why, like you're saying, we see a lot of players do the lob serve or the Z serve. It's more of a safe bet.
Right.
And still effective offensively.
And there Vargas tried something different. She's hit a couple of short serves on the drive. It kicked out for Longoria, and Longoria put it away, but at least Vargas that time made Longoria hit a shot.
Ooh.
There's the example of a great drive serve. If you looked at the percentages between Longoria's serve and Vargas's serve, Longoria is going to be more consistent every time.
10 serving 5 now in game 1.
Longoria points to her head. Think, she says.
Yeah, now Longoria has pulled away a little bit in this first game. 6-point lead.
And Vargas needs to take a timeout here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, she still has 2 timeouts left. She needs to do something against Longoria, maybe even just to clear her own head.
Yeah, when she gets in the rally, she's just not finishing it. Longoria is just a little bit, as I said, more consistent, plays smarter, makes smarter decisions, and when Vargas does have the opportunity, she's not able to put it away. There's another good serve from Longoria. Hits the side glass.
She's going to go ahead and use her timeout. I think that's a wise choice. She's down now in game 1. Coming up after this, we do have more matches that we'll be live streaming. Right after this, we'll have Rocky Carson from USA against Conrado Moscoso from Bolivia. At 1 o'clock, we will be live streaming Samuel Murray from Canada against Daniel De La Rosa from Mexico. Then we'll dive into the doubles. We have 3 doubles matches. First off will be Team USA versus Team Canada in women's doubles. At 3 p.m., Team Mexico versus Team Colombia in men's doubles. And then we'll round out the night at 4 p.m. Central Time with Team USA versus Team Bolivia in men's doubles.
Should mention that those times are subject to change depending on how quickly players get in and off the court. Yesterday we had several tiebreakers, which was great for us as fans, but it threw us off a little bit. Well worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, some outstanding matches yesterday, and then I think we're in for a fun day of racquetball again today for those viewers at home and spectators here at Club Cañas Gordas in Cali, Colombia. This means it's now game point for Paola Longoria.
That may have been a skip. It was difficult to see from this angle.
No appeals.
There's no appeal. There's first game. Paola Longoria just seems really in control. It was 3-3 at one point. We had several side outs. We thought Vargas was going to hang in there and start to compete, but she started making some errors. Couldn't put away the ball, really. That was the big difference. She had some opportunities, but really didn't put away her chances. And when Longoria, you give her a couple chances, she's may miss the first. She's not going to miss the second. And in the end, really comfortable in game 1. So, again, we've seen some tiebreakers where one team or one player got blown out in the first game and came back and won it.
That's
Vargas
right.
is going to have to figure out what needs to change in order for her to get back into this match.
Yeah, I think that's a great observation. If there's one thing I've learned from watching all this racquetball, it's that anything can happen. Game 2 is completely different, and we'll see what comes up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors with Game 2. We're back at the 2016 18th International Racquetball Federation World Championships. We're watching the semifinals. This is Game 2 of Paola Longoria versus Maria Jose Vargas. I'm Laura McCormick. Tim Baghurst is joining me, and we're happy to say that we have a great representation of countries at this event this weekend, or this week. It's been a long event starting on July 14th.
That's right, Laura.
20 countries.
20 countries from Asia, Europe, Central, South, North America. Not the most we've ever had, but I think there's no question this is the highest quality we've ever seen at a World Championships. From top to bottom, we've seen incredibly difficult matches for players. Rarely do you see the easy wins that maybe we saw 10 years ago at the World Championships, where some countries didn't have the development. There's still one or two of those matches, but it's rare. A lot of these countries, you may not hear of their players just because they don't play professionally, but they do train very hard at home, and when they do show up, they do compete. And so it's been a lot of fun just to see how they play, their styles, how they interact with their coaches, and just they've had a lot of fun. We've all had a lot of fun being here, and we've got a good rally in this match.
Wow, nice for Maria Jose Vargas.
That was a beautiful, beautiful pinch there from Vargas. Took it on her forehand, ran around onto that side. She finds herself in the lead. 1-0.
Nice serve.
It was.
Give her 2. Looks like she's coming out more aggressive in Game 2.
Yeah, and during the timeout between Game 1 and 2, she spent quite a while actually in the court practicing this drive serve.
Yeah, she looks really in control right now.
Yeah, that was a nice touch from her. Opened up her racket and just let the ball slide off it for a pinch. 3 quick points. So that was a good start for her. We mentioned the idea of momentum, and that in between Game 1 and 2, things can change. Let's see if it continues. Another good shot from Vargas. She's going for it.
Yeah, she's on top of it right now.
She's hit some great shots in this game too, but let's just see if she can stay consistent. That's one of the differences between Paola and the rest of the field. Paola's so consistent.
Maria keeps it alive up the back glass.
Maybe not the smartest choice on that last shot from her. Above the shoulder, went for it.
Tough rally.
Might have been better going to the ceiling and putting Paola in the backcourt. She didn't. Paola took advantage. Avoidable hinder is called. Paola appeals.
Yeah, Paola's coach, Fran Davis, telling her to appeal.
Oh, hold on. So that was interesting. It looked like the official changed his mind and said replay. As a consequence, Vargas appealed. One line judge disagreed, said avoidable hinder. One line judge agreed, said replay. So we have a replay.
Interesting. And there's a point for Paola earned off of that.
So 2 quick points. Kicks out. Here's the setup Vargas wants. She gets another chance. And a third. Oh, she kind of got lucky.
Charm.
She kind of got lucky. It kissed the sidewall, bounced left. But she should be rewarded for playing aggressively, forcing Paola to play defensively. Consequently, she gets a side out. Excuse me, point for serving 2. Good serve. That has to be an avoidable hinder. Well,
no.
Vargas has 5 appeals, 4 remaining.
Yep, she's going to go ahead and use an appeal.
Both line judges agree with the replay. You can make your own decision at home. Good get from Vargas. Good rally here.
Not what she wanted.
Well, you saw there Vargas, she points to her forehead. She had a chance to finish that point. She didn't put it down.
And then Paola did.
She did. One of the things that Longoria does really well, Laura, is she attacks the ball on the short hop or on a volley. She doesn't wait for the ball to come back. And that puts a lot of pressure on the person in the backcourt. If she jumps on a ball early, instead of letting the ball bounce and then chasing it back for the ball to drop and then hitting it, she takes it on the short hop. And it puts so much pressure on the other person because they may not be in position. If the ball bounces to the backcourt, it allows the other person to get back into position.
Right.
It's 2 skips from Vargas.
That's going to tie it up for Paola Longoria, which we saw in game 1 as well. So let's see if Vargas can answer back and keep the momentum going back on her side. I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, so we'll be right back with more of game 2. We're back in game 2. Paola Longoria serving. Short serve. Looks like that timeout did Vargas some good.
Yeah, timeouts can be useful, especially in tight games. We've said this consistently throughout the week that 3 out of 4 times in close matches, taking a timeout results in a rally from the rally-winning shot or a side out.
I completely agree. I see it a lot watching all the pro racquetball that I get to commentate as well, and I think it's really effective to call those timeouts.
And so as a
whether you're in the service box, I mean, it's interesting too when players call the timeout in the service box. It's a bit of a different strategy.
Yeah, some players, and you see this a lot more in the juniors as well, they will only call a timeout once they get into the service box. But as a consequence, they may lose 3, 4, 5
Some of that
points.
momentum almost, yeah.
Because they have to get in the service box to call a timeout. The reality is you call a timeout when you need it most.
I would agree with that.
Good shot from Vargas. Longoria's favorite drive serve is cross court to the backhand, but every now and again she'll sneak one into the forehand. In that case, kind of came off the sidewall a little bit. Oh.
Ooh. Court's a little slippery.
Looks like she's okay. We're glad to see that. That could have been that could have been nasty.
It's pretty hot and humid in Cali, Colombia currently. So that's another element that the players have to battle as well. The air is pretty thick. They're doing a good job of handling it well. They've been playing lots of matches since last Thursday.
Yeah, the first couple days were difficult for those who come from countries where it's not hot and humid like this. But by now, most of the players have settled down and gotten used to the environment. Still, for those who've had to play around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it is really, really hot. There's no air conditioning. The lights in the court produce a lot of heat as well. And so if players aren't hydrated properly, it can really affect their play. Ace serve.
Wow. And Tim, you know firsthand what those courts are like because you were representing for Team England.
Thanks for that, Laura. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't plan on playing at this World Championships. My last one was 2012, short serve there. But I was asked to simply because the IRF wanted more representation from our countries. And
you had to step up and do your duty?
I did, and yet, to be honest, I enjoyed being here and participating. We had some great competition all the way through the brackets. It was a great experience playing professionals as an amateur like myself, and so it's been great to see players from different countries from around the world. We've had
Korea, Japan, Indonesia, India, I mean Ireland. Those are players who we don't get to see too often on the pro tours here in the United States and Latin America.
There's a chance that Vargas had, and that time she took it cross court.
Down 4 points, 5 serving 9. There's an opportunity for Vargas to score. Quick side out for Longoria. And Mexico has a really strong racquetball program. We saw at the Pan American Championships back in March. They won gold in every division from juniors up to men's doubles.
Another ace serve there from Longoria. Yeah, they really do. And actually, if you go back to the juniors, if I'm not mistaken, they won every gold in every age division in both genders in the juniors. So they dominated the juniors and the Pan Am Championships. And so they really have high expectations this year. They've never won the World Championship as a team. U.S. has won all but one, which was by Canada. And so they really, really want this one. They really feel it's their time. And with Longoria, there's a good chance they get double gold in singles and doubles for women.
That's right. On the other court, we have Samantha Salas against Gabby Martinez from Guatemala. So that is another opportunity for Mexico women.
Yeah, we could have a situation where they get first and second in singles, and then the two combine in doubles to take gold on the doubles side.
On the men's singles side, they have Daniel De La Rosa, who will be playing in the third match we're streaming today against Samuel Murray. That'll be around 1 o'clock. Plus, they have the men's doubles. Javier Moreno and Alvaro Beltran, who have many medals for Mexico between the two of them.
Well, Vargas needs to take a timeout. You almost feel mentally she's just looking at defeat. She's down 12-5. Made some unforced errors. Longoria's hitting that drive serve beautifully. Another skip. Speaking of Beltran and Moreno, we posted a interview with them on our YouTube channel talking about their life playing doubles together. They're both veterans, been playing for probably close to 20 years.
Yep.
And have a lot of stories to tell. And it was always fun interviewing them. They always see the humor in everything, and they have a lot of fun playing on court as well.
Yeah, they're characters. You want to check that out, you can go to youtube.com and search for International Racquetball Federation and subscribe today.
Good serve from Longoria. There's a nice touch. Vargas went for it. Didn't hit it well. Stuck in the back court. Longoria just touches it to the front court.
Match point for Paola Longoria.
and she skips it, laughs at the official. I think she might have had a little hinder there. She kind of got caught up with Vargas.
Yeah.
She doesn't appeal anything. She's way up. She just wants to get this match over and done with so that she can get off the court and prepare for her doubles.
That's right. Paola Longoria plays doubles with Samantha Salas, who's also playing singles right now.
Ace serve, there it is.
Ends it with an ace, 15-5, 15-5, which means Paola Longoria will move on to the finals tomorrow, which we will also be live streaming. You can check out that schedule at the IRF Facebook page. We're going to interview Paola in just a few moments, so I'll take a quick moment to thank Tim Baghurst for joining me on the mic, and of course all of you at home for watching. Stick around, because coming up next we have Rocky Carson versus Conrado Moscoso, USA versus Bolivia. But first we'll get an interview from Paola, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everybody. 18th IRF World Championships. Tim Baghurst, joined by the semifinal winner, Paola Longoria. Congratulations on your win. This was a 2014 final. You're in the semifinal here, winning to go to the final. Two-time defending champion. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm going to talk in Spanish so everybody can understand what he has. Me siento muy bien, la verdad muy contenta de estar en otra final más aquí en el Campeonato Mundial en Cali, Colombia. He estado entrenando muy fuerte. María es una rival que sabía que tiene todo para ganar también y que bueno, pues el día de hoy salimos muy contundente en el partido y nos vamos con la victoria.
So, you play both singles and doubles, which requires you to play at least 2 matches every day. What kind of training do you do to make sure that you're prepared to compete each day 2 times?
Ok, bueno, me pregunta que cómo le hago para jugar singles y dobles, cómo me preparo y bueno, pues entreno 5 horas diarias, 2 horas y media en la mañana y 2 y media en la tarde y bueno, pues he estado con todo mi equipo de trabajo, hicimos una concentración previa a este campeonato mundial y bueno, pues creo que los resultados se han demostrado en la cancha y bueno, pues creo que soy un atleta de alto rendimiento que puede jugar 2 categorías y estar al 100%.
So, everybody wants to beat you because you're the defending champion, which means you have to be mentally strong every match. Is there anything that you do to prepare, to train, to make sure that you're prepared each time when everybody wants to beat Paola Longoria, the #1 in the world?
Yes, I prepare on that too. I have a sports psychologist. Tengo una psicóloga deportiva que me ayuda muchísimo también en la parte mental y ella es Magali Cerón. Hicimos un gran trabajo previo a este mundial y bueno, no nada más para este torneo, son 7 años que llevamos trabajando juntas y bueno, pues ser obviamente la campeona mundial que viene a refrendar el título, pues sí es una presión, pero lo tratamos de ver como motivación. Yo creo que eso al final de cuentas es lo que nos hace salir cada día a entrenar, a prepararnos cada vez más y bueno, pues dar lo mejor siempre en la cancha.
So I'm sure you have a lot of family and friends at home watching. Is there anything you want to say to them?
Yeah, thank you. I want to thank all the fans in English that watch me on the RT network, right? Live. IRF, sorry. So thanks for watching me and supporting me. Muchísimas gracias a toda la gente que me vio jugar, a mi familia, a mis amigos, a todos. Gracias, gracias por apoyarme, por estar siempre al pendiente de mí y por siempre mandarme las mejores vibras. Vamos mañana con todo en la final.
Paola Longoria, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on your win. Good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you.